looking back at this person that I used to be, it's hard to believe that was me. That was just about 4 years ago. Back when I was at my absolute lowest. That time in my life, though, I'm thankful for it. It's made me into the person I am today. And I wouldn't be this person had I not gone through that experience. Back then, I was just coasting through life. I think if you had asked me at that time what I felt was important in life and my goals and all these things, I would have told you a bunch of different stuff, but I don't think I really knew. I think I was just comfortable, like what happens in a lot of relationships, you just get comfortable. I think that's where I was. But having gone through that experience and being really dragged through hell, I mean, that part of my life was hell. It almost cost me my life. It made me the man I am today, where I do actually stand for something, that I am working hard at it every single day. And that I have a vision for the future that I hold so precious, and I don't allow anything to compromise it. And I know it's because I went through hell to get to this point. And I had to fight my way out of it. I had to fight my way out of it alone. I had people in my life who I thought were my friends. The guys that we would hang out with, the husbands of these couples, and they were all great to hang out with and drink beers and party, but when things got real and I needed some support, I mean, they shunned me. They turned their back on me. They didn't support me. I was in literal hell, and I had no one. I was fighting just to survive. I was in our family home when it was emptied out, except for the few things that I had, the clothes and my just basics. Sleeping on an air mattress in my home, a home that I built with someone who I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with and had a child with. Suddenly all their things were gone. She was gone. My daughter was gone. I felt like a ghost. Like just in this home that was once filled with life, and now I'm just existing in it. Like that time in my life was hard. It's hard to even put into words how hard it was. just surviving daily, trying to stay strong, trying to keep some glimmer of hope for the future, dealing with the heartache of my life being turned upside down. Suddenly, I don't have my daughter around me daily. What got me through that time was taking my life back in my own hands. And I began to come up with a plan. I told myself that I will never, ever feel as desperate and lonely and abandoned and hurt and betrayed ever again, that I would become strong, I would become hardened, that nothing will ever get me down to that point ever again. And I did that through strength training and running, taking care of myself, eating properly, all these sort of things that help you become the type of person that can deal with the challenges of life. And that's what it became for me. It was like an obsession. And it still is. This is still daily work. Because I never, ever want to feel that way again. I never want to be that desperate anymore. Or to feel like I'm abandoned. And it was the best thing that I could have ever done, was transform myself. The best thing. And I do give myself so much credit for taking my life back into my own hands, for pulling myself out of hell. And I'm so thankful in a way. I am that I went through that, so that I can come out the other end transformed. You know, at the time it was confusing. It was a lot of hurt and pain, suffering, a lot of just daily suffering. I mean, the most gut-wrenching, hard time of my life, just crawling up in a ball and just crying and feeling hopeless. And to have no one helped me through that. I worked the entire time through the divorce. I still had my daughter from time to time and had to keep up appearances and not allow her to see how much, daddy was hurting. And that was hard. I had to get the home sold by myself, do all the things by myself, move myself out by myself, rebuild my life by myself. And that's what I learned, though, through all that, is that you ultimately only have yourself. If there was the one thing I learned throughout that entire experience, was you only have yourself. That's it. You may have people around you who seemingly are there and support you, but you can never be 100%. The only person who has your back is yourself. And I thank God that I had myself then, and I got myself through that, and I got myself out of it, and I got myself into a better place. And I built myself a future and rebuilt my life by myself. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for the work that I put in by myself, for myself.